G'day guys, Seeney here. Welcome to another episode on the Australian Wealth channel. And today we're going to be talking about how I'm about to buy another property with $0 of my own money. So thank you guys so much for watching this video and tuning in. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. This is of course very important because it helps to get these videos out to more people. So how is it that I managed to buy a property with $0? No money, literally no money out of my own pocket. So I'm going to take you through the process of how this initially happened, because to understand this, we need a little bit of backstory. So hopefully by understanding this backstory, you yourself will maybe be able to do this one day. So this goes back a couple of years to where we purchased our primary place of residence. So we live in a wonderful area of Sydney, which has been very popular, and there is very low supply of land. So we purchased a property for $820,000 a couple of years ago. So first thing, I already have some skin in the game, which is the most important thing I'd say to note, is that we already have a property. So we bought this property and we've held it over the last couple of years. And as you've seen in the last couple of years, the property market has been on an absolute tear. It's been absolutely crazy how much the market has risen in such a short period of time, especially during a period with such economic turbulence. And what we've seen in that couple of years is that the price of this particular property, if we were to put it on the market, is now $1.05 million. So we've seen a dramatic increase in what this property is actually worth. So following this, we purchased an investment property in Brisbane worth $547,000. Now, of course, this has had a little bit less time, but it's about a year old at this point, and we've seen a massive uptick in growth in Brisbane also. So the value of this property has now gone up to $580,000. Conservatively, who knows? Now, the reason that I'm telling you all of this is because what I'm about to explain is the principle of equity. Now, equity is basically how much of your own money or your own value is in the deal compared to what the mortgage of the property is. So because we've seen such a dramatic increase in the value of our property, it means that we can borrow more money against it. So this is the crux of the video, and this is how I'm about to buy a new property for $0 down of my own money. We are about to do what's called a cash out refinance. And what that is basically we go to the lender and we say, hey, we want you to come and value our property now because we believe that it has gone up in value, and we'd like to take some of that additional money out to go and invest in other ventures, whether that be shares, stocks, or real estate. So the bank comes out, they value the property, and they say, oh, the valuation has gone up quite significantly. So now that the property is worth this amount of money, we can actually lend you this amount of money and not affect the leverage and make it go under 20%. So because of this principle, the bank is willing to give us more money out of our own property that we can go and invest in other ventures, basically for free. It's not money that we had to earn. All we have to do is pay, obviously, interest on that money. But if the money is generating additional return through rental income and additional property growth, then what you're doing is you're getting, in our case, $150,000 tax-free that you can just pull out and use that to invest. You know, you can imagine having to go out and work for $150,000 and how long that would take for some people, whereas we just get to pull it out of the property tax-free. We don't have to pay any additional income taxes or anything, and we can use that to go and invest. This is why real estate is so powerful, and why so many people that get involved in real estate and do it really well end up getting incredibly wealthy really fast. If you manage to buy in the right area, you can see some incredible gains in the value of your property prices, and you can just imagine what would happen if you had a large portfolio of these, 10, 20 properties, something like that. You're seeing a lot of appreciation across the board. Now, of course, this can also go the other way. It can also be negative, but in our case, that is not the case because we've made sure that we've done a lot of research into the areas that we're buying. So these are things like tight land supply, government infrastructure, population growth, safety of the area. There's so many different factors to take into account. So we will be able to take this money and go and invest it in another property with zero money out of our own pocket, which is absolutely fantastic. So of course the stipulation is that you need to have a property and you need to have built equity in a property through capital growth. Now, this is why it's really important to make sure that you are buying in a great area and you're not just buying the first thing that you see. This was a calculated decision, and in this particular instance, this calculated decision has paid off, and we've seen some great gains in our net worth, and obviously, of course, the ability to go and get into more investment properties faster. So I hope you found this video really insightful. A lot of people don't really consider this when they're investing. They just think, oh, well, I can just put more money down. Obviously, borrowing more money puts you in a little bit more risk. But I think when you're in a younger phase of your lifetime, then, you can take a little bit more risk because you can always bounce back. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be really keen to hear your thoughts in the comments to see what you thought about this idea. Is it something you would do? Is it something you wouldn't do? Be really keen to hear. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.